Hi guys, how are you? I hope you've been doing great. It's been a little while since I did a video for you guys on fragrances. Welcome back everybody. I hope everybody's been doing well and doing great things, staying busy. It is super cold where I'm at. I got my blankets, I got my fluffy socks. I'm very casual today, very comfy with my sweatpants. I have two heaters going on, so if you hear some background noise, I have one back here if you can see, and then I have one right below the phone that I'm using to record. This video, you guys, is about fragrances, and I'm really excited to get into it. Please forgive my decor. I just moved into this space. This is my new place, and my goal is to get this place looking really pretty, very very chic, and then just personalize it into my own style. Maybe change the paint color, brighten it up. This is kind of like an ugly old yellowish paint that I don't care for. I don't have any new bedding or anything. It's just, it's super cold. It's in the low 30s where I'm at. Super cold. A few miles up, there's snow. Actually, there's snow. It's raining outside, so I'm just trying to stay cozy, and I hope you guys get ready. Get your hot beverages, get your tea, get your coffee, or your champagne, or whatever it is that you love to drink. Water, tea, whatever rocks your boat. Get some cookies, get some snacks. We're gonna go ahead and review some fragrances today with you. And the fragrances, the theme for this video is clean girl scents. Clean girl scents that I have in my collection that in my opinion are very either fresh, they're clean, they are almost like skin scents but a little bit stronger than skin scents. That's what the video is about today, so let's get started. All right, we're starting with our tray. This is where I have my fragrances that we're going to be reviewing. I'm going to be going in order by release date, not by favorites, not by anything like that. It's just when they came out. And first of all, we're going to start with this one here. This is the Chloe fragrance. This is the perfume, and this one was launched in 2008, you guys. So this one has been out for some time. This is the Chloe, and this one, even though it's fresh, it's very durable. It's a very good fragrance. It's one of my favorite. I'm not reviewing it at first because it's one of my favorite. It's just because it was launched in 2008. We're going to be reviewing a total of 5 fragrances. This is the oldest one, and this one here by Chloe is in the floral, rose, fresh, fruity, white floral family. This one here, I enjoy very much. It's a very clean scent. It's a very fresh scent to me. It does have a little bit of, uniqueness. Let's go ahead and review the notes, and then we're going to go and we'll talk a little bit more about it. So this has peony, lychee, freesia at the top notes. Now, in the middle notes, we have rose, we have lily of the valley, and we have magnolia. At the base, we have Virginia, cedar, and amber. When you spray this one, the way it starts is the way that it ends. This is a very linear fragrance, so it doesn't travel. When we say linear, we mean that when you spray it, you smell what the scent is. That's what you'll be smelling the whole entire time. So I wouldn't say that this is a peony or freesia dominating scent. The lychee is barely there. It does have more of like magnolia, lily of the valley, and then that cedar and amber just blend very nicely into this fragrance. To me, I almost want to say it has a little bit of citrus, but it on the notes it doesn't specify that there's any citrus notes in this one. So this one is at number 1 because of 2000. It was released in 2018. Like I said, it's one of my favorite fragrances. I'm gonna go ahead and get some strips that I forgot to prepare for you guys. Okay, nothing fancy. I'm just cutting some sheets of paper here because I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray them. I just don't want to. Oops, this is not the one I had. Chloe. You know what happened? The spray in this one. So, yeah. So when you spray this, what I was gonna say is, I'm kind of disappointed because I had a little bottle of Miss Dior, and it spilled in one of my containers, and I was grabbing bottles, and the smell of patchouli is like penetrated in my fingers, and I washed it like 5 times, but I can still smell it. So I hope that doesn't like interfere. Okay, when you first spray this fragrance, it's the dominating top note would be lychee, followed by the rose. Once it starts drying out, for some reason I get a little bit of citrus. I don't know why I get a little bit of citrus, but I do. It's a very soft fragrance. On paper, you pick up the floral notes a lot. When I spray it on my skin, it smells more fresher. The flower notes are not as dominating. Nevertheless, this is one of my favorite scents, like an everyday wear, all occasion. This is something that I can wear anytime, anywhere, any place. It's one of those classy, very classy, clean girl fragrances. It is feminine. It has got a very feminine touch because of the floral notes in there. Peony, it doesn't really dominate. Freesia doesn't really dominate. It's more of the lychee and the rose that kind of come together, and then you get a little bit of the amber, and a little bit of the cedar that kind of just calms down all the floral notes. So that's Miss Chloe right here. All right. Okay. So we're gonna be reviewing the number 2 fragrance. By release date, again, we're going to be doing this because of the date they were released. And we have this one here. I don't know if you recognize it, but this one here is the Nude by Rihanna. This is by the Reb'l Fleur collection that she launched, that she came up with. This is Nude, and the cap and the color here represent the color nude, you know, hence the name. This one came out in 2012. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the juice is way at the bottom right there. This is one of the smallest bottles they have. You see the levels right there. This is one of the smallest bottle they have. This is a 1 ounce bottle. This was released in 2012. This belongs to the fruity, floral, sweet, powdery, citrus, woody, tropical, fresh, and musky fragrance by Reb'l Fleur, Rihanna, The pop singer is the one behind endorsing this fragrance. This one here, as you can see on the level of the juice, I've used it quite a bit. I first discovered it, I believe, at a Burlington coat factory, and I bought myself a bottle, and I liked it so much that I went and bought another bottle. This is still the original bottle, the first bottle, because I do rotate my fragrances. This one here is a little bit softer than the Chloe fragrance. I really like this fragrance here, and I'll tell you why a little bit once I review the notes with you. This one has at the top notes, it's got guava, it's got pear, it's got mandarin orange at the top. It smells so good. In the middle notes, it has gardenia, orange blossom, and jasmine sambac. That's middle notes. And then at the base, we have the vanilla orchid, and we have sandalwood and musk. Now, even though this has musk, this is a very soft, mild fragrance. This one here, even though, like I said, now it's about 30 degrees, it's super cold, but it's very comforting. This scent is so comforting to me. Yes, oh, I love this one. This one, so you get the fruit top notes right at the top. Very sweet, very delicate. It's not a fruity that slaps you on the face. This guava is blended with a soft pear and just really subtle hints of mandarin. These three top fruit notes to me are delicious. It smells so good. This fragrance, I find myself wearing it in the summertime, or more when it's springtime, when it's a little bit warmer. I don't know why. It's, even though it's got gardenia in the middle notes and orange blossom and then jasmine sambac. It's got these jasmine sometimes tends to be a little overpowering, tends to be a little bit strong. But if it's done right, you get a very soft, clean girl scent. This one, to me, the longevity is okay. If I spray it on the clothes, it will last all day. And if I spray it on my skin, it dries down very subtly, like a little skin scent, very soft. You do get some sort of vanilla mixed in with this very soft sandalwood. It's just a perfect blend. This one, I find it, I don't know why it didn't get very good reviews. The black Reb'l Fleur, the more sexy version of, you know, the line of this collection, seems to be one of the top favorites. But to me, this one is just, it's so feminine, it's so girl, it's so clean. It's got a mixture between, like, it's not like a floral, like a rose floral lychee like Chloe. This one's got like a cashmere sweater, like a fruity linen clean laundry scent. Something very, very soothing to me. So this one, to me, I just can't stop smelling it. Chloe's a little bit more sophisticated, even though it's like an everyday reach. This Nude by Rihanna is just so soothing. This one, it's very girly. This one makes me feel clean and fresh and sexy and just very girly. All right, so that's what I have at number 2. At number 3, we're gonna be moving on to this one here. This one here is Hugo Boss, the scent for her. This one was launched in 2016. This one's got a, you know, all three of these have this kind of peachy, rosy juice. Okay, I know my lighting is so bad right here, even though I have a ring next to me. It's just horrible lighting in here, and I do apologize. I really wish I could do a video somewhere else where there's more light, but I'm not set up yet. I just moved in, like I said, so I apologize. Yeah, so Hugo Boss, the scent for her, launched in 2016. This one here is in the fruity floral sweet cacao lactonic family. Now this one here, I got it because they were, you know, they were saying that this is a very very nice scent, that it's very you know, it was very clean. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the top notes. The top notes for this one is peach and freesia. In the middle notes we have osmanthus. At the base notes we have cacao. This one's got a total of 4 notes. That's all they're listing on Fragrantica, by the way. If you're wondering where I'm getting my information, I always like to go to Fragrantica. This one here, I would say it's a little bit, it's not strong, okay, like patchouli strong, but it's got a little bit more strength than the Nude. It is still a very soft fragrance, again, very clean. This one's interesting. You get that peach note, which gets you a little bit of a sour note, not in a bad way, because that freesia flower comes in and kind of dominates, kind of takes over. But it does have this warmness, this lactonic vibe with the cacao on the base note. So it starts off very peachy, very freesia, very artificial peach, artificial freesia, and then that osmanthus, it's very, for me, it's a very challenging note to describe, but it's got a little uniqueness that gives fragrances a little punch of something, you know, a little punch of something else that gets you like, So this one, to me, if I had to say, it smells more like soapy. It smells more, yeah, like a little soap, like it dries down like a little bit of a body mist, something that you would find at something a little lighter than like a Victoria's Secret body spray. It dries down very, very soft. For me, I do like this one, but honestly, I've only worn it like once or twice. There's something about this formula from this Hugo Boss, the scent for her, that seems to kind of bother me a little bit. It's not a bad fragrance, you guys, not at all. I think it's a very nice, very soft fragrance. It's more on the cleaner side of like a body wash, like a feminine body wash, like something that smells girly. But a guy could definitely wear this. A guy that's feminine, a guy that likes to smell a little bit less cologne-y, you know. So that's Hugo Boss scent for her. We got 2 more to review, and the next one, this one here, you'll probably maybe recognize this one, but it's the This is by Calvin Klein, the one with the big eyeball. This one here has a very interesting bottle. This one here is by Calvin Klein, and it's called Calvin Klein Women. This one here comes in this interesting bottle with this huge cap that comes, it's a plastic cap. The pump or the atomizer is offset to the side over here. So this one is interesting. This one was launched in 2018. This one here is a little similar to the Hugo Boss Scent for Her, but this one to me is stronger. It's got a stronger note that I think is what I was having a hard time with this one. You know, it's a particular note that doesn't agree with me too much. It doesn't smell bad. It's just one of those scents that, you know, it's a little much for my nose. It's soft. It's still soft, but you can really smell. You can really smell some of the notes here. So this one belongs to the citrus, woody, fresh, spicy, white floral, musky, aromatic, floral, amber, powdery family. This one here, like I said, launched 2018, has a lot of citrus notes. This one here at the top, it's got grapefruit, it's got bergamot, it's got lemon, it's got eucalyptus, and it's got black pepper. In the middle notes, you have a lot of florals. You have orange blossom, you have tea, you have jasmine, you have magnolia, and this flower called Hyadine raspberry also. That's the only fruity note in this one. And then we have at the base, we have cedar, we have ambroxan, white musk, cashmerian, olibanum, and violet. This one here has a lot of notes compared to the ones we have reviewed. This one here, you guys, is a very fresh scent. When I say that it's strong, and I don't really typically like to wear this one, it's just because it's my preference. But this one here, when you smell it right off the bottle here, it's a strong fragrance. You can smell it. This was kind of hard to kind of spray because the pump is like way over here. And it sprays a lot. The atomizer sprays very, very wide. When you first spray this one, you get a lot of the grapefruit right away at the top note. Grapefruit mixed in with the bergamot and the lemon. You get a little bit of that eucalyptus. You know, when you initially spray it, I like it. I really like the initial spray. It's very fresh, very clean. Then it starts to dry down. And then all these other notes get mixed in. And then I start having a little issue with it. A lot of people love this one, by the way. This one had a big hype, you know, some few years back. For me, that's why I got it, because the people were saying it was amazing. It smells so good. It does smell really good, but it's one of those fragrances, just like the Hugo Boss Scent for Her, that I have a hard time with. This one, when it starts to dry down, you get a little bit of that tea, which I like. I actually like that tea scent in a lot of my fragrances that I have, like J.Lo Still, the H2O from Avon. I don't pick up raspberry at all. I do get that jasmine in the middle, which is a stronger jasmine than the softer ones that I like. And then I think it's that olive bonum and the ambroxan, white musk and cedar that kind of get this this scent in a direction where I have a little trouble putting up with or tolerating. I do get a black pepper. Once it starts drying down, you do get more of that black pepper and the grapefruit. So the grapefruit kind of stays there. And then the magnolia and jasmine kind of flower notes, and a little bit of the orange blossom as well. So, you know, it's nice. It's a nice fragrance. It is a little bit stronger than the rest of the fragrances that I've reviewed. And it gives me a tinge of a headache, this formula. I don't know why that is. These are my coffee beans. I just want to clear my sinuses because that fragrance does tend to stick to up here, and then I have a tedious little headache. Again, you know, some of these fragrances that are fresh like that, like Juliet Has a Gun, something like that, not a perfume. You know which one I'm talking about? That one had just the same thing for me. It's got that notes that like just Dolce & Gabbana, just the same thing to me. And these kind of remind me of that. They're completely different, but they have that similarity of like freshness that really triggers me a headache. The other one that I want to say is kind of in that vibe is that the CKU2 or CK2U, the one that looks like a little milk jug thingy. It smells very fresh, but it also kind of tends to give me a headache. Well, we're down to our very last fragrance for our Clean Girl Fresh Scent perfume review, and this one here is the newest out of the total 5 that we're reviewing today. Okay, and this one here is, some of you may already recognize this kind of bottle right here. This is by Dolly Parton, by the Front Porch collection. This is one of her collection fragrances from the Front Porch. The Dolly Parton collection, she launched a perfume collection, and this is one that is very, very clean scent, so clean that I will tell you why I think it's the cleanest scent out of all of them. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best one. It's just that in my opinion it's the cleanest, and why it is the cleanest I'll tell you. So this one was released in 2022, and this is the Early Morning Breeze by Dolly Parton. You can't really tell, I don't think, but it's got a blue liquid, and it turned a slightly bit darker than when I originally purchased it about a year ago. As you can see, it's pretty full. I haven't really used it much, but I do love these bottles. I love the butterfly. I just love them. I like how simple they are. You got her signature right there. Very, very cute. Her signature in her butterfly symbol. I do have, if you're curious about the other Dolly Parton fragrances from this collection, I do have a video doing a review on her fragrances. But this one, I'm pairing it up with the Clean Girl scent because I just think it's worthy of being in this category. 2022 fragrance by Dolly Parton, Early Morning Breeze. This one here is in the white floral woody citrus, powdery, warm, spicy family. This here, you guys, Fragrantica only listed 3 notes, my apologies. 3 notes total for this fragrance, and it's kind of like that for almost all of her fragrances. I don't know if it's like, you know, they didn't reveal all the notes. Sometimes they kind of do that. They'll kind of withhold because they don't want people copying or something. I don't know. They wanted to stay unique and blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and move on to the notes. The jasmine is at the top. Jasmine sandbag on this one. Middle notes of orange blossom, and then at the base we have the classic sandalwood. Okay, now this one here, you guys, I think, why is it the cleanest? Again, that doesn't mean that it's the best one out of all 3. As you can see, this is probably also, I've only worn this once just to test it out. One, the longevity sucks. It didn't last on me at all. But I will say that this one to me is the cleanest, because this one really reminds me of when you're doing your laundry and you have a good fabric softener, and you throw that fresh, clean load of laundry into your dryer, and it's kind of damp outside, or it's kind of cold, and that dryer, you know, that vent, it kind of like, it releases like a soft, clean linen smell. This is what this reminds me of, which is very comforting scent to me. You know, when you pull out that fresh batch of hot, warm, clean white towels, or your nice fluffy comforter, and you like, you just want to like wrap yourself in it because it's so warm and it smells clean. This is what this fragrance vibe is like to me. So when you spray it, you get a little bit of alcohol in this one. So if I had to take a guess, or if I had to say something, please, my apologies, Dolly Parton, but this one would be the lesser of a quality of all the other ones that we reviewed. Just because when you initially spray it, you can smell the scent, but you can smell alcohol. After a few seconds, after like a minute or so, then you can pick up that orange blossom with a cedar wood and a little bit of jasmine. Now, if I had to say what does it really dominate, what note is really dominating, I would say the orange blossom is what's dominating in this formula. And then the sandalwood, my apologies. Then the sandalwood comes in very, very, very slight sandalwood scent. So that's what I have, you guys. So we reviewed all these 5 fragrances. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Do you have any of these fragrances in your collection? And if you don't, do you have one that you would like? This one is the Chloe that we did first. Then we did the Rihanna Reb'l Fleur Nude, and then Hugo Boss, the scent for her or for women. And then we had CK, Calvin Klein, Woman. And lastly, we had the Dolly Parton Early Morning Breeze. Which one of these is your favorite? Which one are you curious about? I recommend these if you like that fresh, clean, out of the shower fragrance. These do very well, I think, in the spring and summer. I would kind of be careful with this one. But you know, they could all work very well for summer. Just go lightly and just kind of test it. If you would like to sample any of these, I do have a decant store on Poshmark, and I sell the 2 ml. And you guys, I want to say something. A lot of people get confused on Poshmark because I do list the picture of the fragrance, but I clearly say it's a 2 ml sample. And a 2 ml sample, if you're familiar, it's those little tiny little vials that you get as a sample sometimes at the department store. It's, guys, it's not the full bottle. You know, if I have, you know, Rihanna Nude for $8, the little sample vial, don't expect to get the full bottle. I get so many angry people, and every time I get an order, I make sure that I send a message saying, are you aware that this is a 2 ml, not the full bottle? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and link the names for all these, and I'm also gonna link my Poshmark decant store if you want to sample. It's a 2 ml sample of any of these fragrances. You know, that's an amazing way, that's an awesome way to sample a fragrance without committing to a full bottle. If you're not a fragrance collector and you don't want to have a bunch of bottles everywhere for storage purposes, and you're like a girl or a guy that you just want 1 or 2 or maybe even 5 of your favorite fragrances, that's a perfect way to sample them. Get yourself a decant store online where you can purchase a little sample of the fragrances that you're curious about, so that you can make a decision of which one you want to add to your collection, which one you want to move on to. These are perfect for that girl, that guy that wants a very clean, feminine scent. Now, all these are very feminine in my opinion, with the exception of this one. This one to me is more unisex, even though the name is woman. I think it's the most feminine out of all of them. This one being more like fresh linen smell. These 3, the Hugo Boss scent for her, Nude by Rihanna, and Chloe, are probably the most girly scents. But, you know, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I hope this video didn't run for very long. I hope that you enjoyed this video with me, and I hope to see you again in another of my videos. I'm going to try to keep up with my videos, and hopefully we can share a little bit more. Like I said, please leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think. If there is a fragrance that you would like for me to review, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. But thank you so much, everybody. It's very good to be back, and give me a thumbs up on that video if you liked it, if you liked the content. Bye. Ciao.